Hello guys, and welcome to my guide to how to build your own custom speaker stands. There are many speaker stands on the market, large and small ones. Some you can use for many different speakers, while others are dedicated to just one brand. But look at those prices. Hey, some of these speaker stands are really expensive. Hey, why not just make our own? To do this, I just used some materials I had in the garage. I did have to buy the parts I didn't have, but I only spent about 20 quid at the local Biltema store. That's a Norwegian store, so you won't probably understand much of that, but you can probably find the same stuff in your local hardware warehouse, Walmart, or what have you. There are many advantages to building your own stands. You can choose to design yourself. You don't have to follow my instruction 100%, but can do your own thing. You can choose how high you want your stands to be yourself, which greatly diminishes sound leakage, and they're very inexpensive to build, so you can use your money on other stuff like better speakers, cables, or what have you. The following instructions is for one pair of stands. You'll need a 2x4, 4 corner pieces, a lot of screws, a power screwdriver, something from Bosch will do the job nicely, several planks that you need to saw to exact lengths, so you'll need a saw or a power saw, and some feet, which I'll explain in detail later. But the feet are the most important piece to the puzzle. You also need something to take measurements with so you get exact lengths on your planks. You also need one very wide plank, which I'll also explain why later. Okay, so you ready? You got all that? You've been to Walmart and bought all the crap you need? Nice. Okay, let's get started. You start with a 2x4, which you cut in 4 parts. This has to be a sturdy piece of wood, since this will stabilize the stands. These parts should be exactly or close to the same size. You also want to take your white plank and divide that to 4 parts as well. I'll explain why later. You also need metal corners such as these. You need a total of 8 of them. Make sure you fasten them 2 centimeters away from the edge of the plank. Take 4 metal corners and fasten them to the 2x4 plank. Now you want to fasten the main part of the stand. This plank will decide how high you want your stands. Make sure you have 2 of these since you're making 2 stands. Now take 2 of your wide plank parts and fasten the 2 2x4 parts together. Make sure to use something to measure the distance between the feet of the stand. I use the 2x4 leftover part, as you can see here. Doesn't matter if it doesn't look too pretty. This is your stand, your creation. Be proud of it. Now to start working on top of the stand. You want to fasten an extra plank here, because this will make the top of the stand stronger. This will hold some heavy speakers, so you want some extra carrying power here. Just fasten it to the bottom. It will stay in place there with 2 screws. No need to fasten it on the top as well, because we will do that at a later stage. Now to fasten the second pair of corner brackets. These are the ones that will hold the platform from the speakers in place. Make sure you line it with the top of the planks as close as possible. To get this right, you should mark where you want your holes to be. Just use the bracket to measure this and draw a black dot using the corner bracket as measure. You want a pen of some sort to get the dot right. Use a small screw first to make a hole. Then fasten the brackets with regular screws. That will go through both planks. Now that you've fastened both corner brackets, it's time to fasten the platform. I've added some extra feet on top for styling because I had some lying around, but you don't have to do that. Now fasten them with 3 screws and also fasten them on the bottom through the corner brackets. Now for the most important piece of the puzzle, as I mentioned earlier, the feet. Since this is made by beautiful yew, everything isn't so sturdy and not so well balanced yet. This is not machine made, so something might be a little off on the balance or sturdy side of things. So this is the magic trick to getting your speaker stand sturdy enough. You want feet that have adjustable height to them, so you can compensate for any unsturdiness when you are finished. So this part you have to buy at the local store. I also spent $20 on these feet and a couple of corner brackets, so I came out good. Fasten all the four to the bottom of your stand, the 2x4 plank, which we started with. And last but not least, you want to strengthen the length of your stand by attaching some more planks to support it. The heavier the speaker, the more planks you'll need, but I just added an extra support plank in the middle and one long plank to hold it all in place. And there you go, the job is done. You can also paint them with any color you choose. Just follow advice of your local paint dealer on which paint is best suited to the type of wood you've used, and if you need to use any paint before you use the main paint or anything like that. I didn't bother painting mine, so this is my final and finished result. I hope this got you inspired to make your own custom speaker stands. Have some fun and save some money in the process. Thank you for watching, like, subscribe, take care, bye bye.